Welcome back. Now we have a Mountain Connections regular joining us this morning, career expert, author, as well as many more things. Bill Humbert, thank you so much for joining us.
Kimberly, thank you. It's great to be here with you in the hot seat.
And I am in the hot seat today, and you know, this is such a joy for me because as a recruiter as well, I'm excited to chat with you and hear about the career advice that you have, as well as many other exciting things going on for you.
That's perfect.
Absolutely.
So, you know, persistence is what we're going to talk about today, and it's important in the recruiting world, and it's especially important in the career search world. And I call it being nicely persistent. Let's be nicely persistent and consistent in your efforts when you're doing your career search. And candidates telegraph sometimes when they're not being persistent.
Absolutely. So how do you identify when they're not being persistent or they've lost their confidence?
Well, I've been doing this for a long time. And, you know, over 40 years, I've become very empathetic. And so people telegraph their feelings to me. They don't know they're doing it. And what happens is they'll look at me and I'll look at them and I'll go, it's not going anywhere. Just the expression on their face, their body language, you know, you see them get up like that and you go, okay, we've got a little issue here.
Yeah, absolutely. So what kind of coaching do you provide to them to get their confidence back up in their job search efforts?
You know, I try to get them to do small things, but continue to do it consistently. And as they do it consistently, they gain more confidence in themselves. And as a result of that, then eventually they get up to the level that they need to be to find that job.
Provide an example of what kind of small thing you coach them through.
Well, you know, I really want them to talk to 20 people per week in the networking process.
Sure.
But what I do is I get them to talk to 2. And then I see next week, how'd it go with those 2? Well, you know, it went pretty well. And I go, good, that's what we're looking for. And then, well, this week, let's try on 6. 1 each day and then 1 plus. And, you know, next week, come back and talk to them. How you doing? Hey, you know, I get this. And then I get them to 10, then I get them to 20.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I know that's definitely, it's great to have somebody in your corner and coaching you through that because the career search is very intimidating. But speaking of which, we are here to talk about your 3rd book, Expect Success, The Career Search for Those Over 50. So tell me what's going on with the book, you know, the success that you've been having.
It's, you know, it's amazing. I'm having so much fun with my book. My professors and my English teachers, they're up there now, but they're smiling with big smiles because they're going, Humbert did that? So I got a 5-star review, you know, and we have the QR code there on the cover. And then in addition, inside my book, in the different steps, there are QR codes, and a lot of them point to interviews I've had at Park City TV. And it talked about the specific area that we are in that step. And so that I was really excited about that, and the reviewer actually mentioned the QR codes. And the second thing that's even, for me, is amazing, is that my book was selected among the 100 plus best business books by C-Suite Network.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm just about lifting up to here somewhere. You know, or my head's going to get swollen and I might not make it through your door over there. So I'm pretty excited about that. We're actually having C-Suite Celebrates on Friday, and at that, I don't know if they'll have an opportunity to talk about all 100 plus books or what they're going to do, but it's going to be celebrating those books.
Awesome. Well, Bill, give us a brief synopsis of what to expect when reading this book.
This book is a step-by-step method to find a job. And it's for professionals primarily. The reviewer said, you know, he said over 50, this book is good for anybody.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, he said it's good for anybody. And, you know, I tried to make it that way when I wrote it. And my editor, Daria Mioli, was amazing. You know, she was just amazing. So I had to give her a shout out just now.
Now, what was the inspiration behind this 3rd book? I know you've written 2 others, but what made you decide that this is the subject matter that is most important to you right now?
In 2020, starting in March 15th, I coached 32 professionals from March 15th, 2020 to December 31st, 2020 during the pandemic to find new positions. And many of them were 50 or older. And what was really exciting, they used the information from me, but it's in my book, on salary negotiation. And 11 of them received increases. 3 of those received 30% increases over what their previous compensation was.
Wow, absolutely. You know, that's something when I am a recruiter, I ask is, what is your motivation for looking? Is it salary negotiation or is it just change of scenery? And that's one of the hardest conversations to have.
It is for the candidate, you know, until they read my book, once they read the book. And by the way, I'm going to be speaking at Weller Bookworks Friday, May 13th at 6 p.m. and that's down Salt Lake City. And that's going to be fun because I'm speaking on the secrets to a successful salary negotiation.
It's a very important topic, especially for those looking for a new position or those that feel that they need to be leveled up into the market, for sure.
Yes, and it's really important for women.
It
You know,
is.
because women typically get paid about 10 to 15% less than men, and that's what the research shows.
It's very true, very true. So Bill, tell us, if you could give me as a recruiter one piece of advice, you know, what kind of conversation should I be coaching my candidates through?
Well, for you, you know, let's face it, most recruiters are paid on a fee based on that person's compensation. So that salary negotiation compensation is one that I was giving people back in the 1980s. And I actually, in 1989, I had an HR manager call me and he said, "Hey, I spoke with one of your kids today." I went, "One of my kids?" They were, you know, like that big at that time. and he said, "Yeah, he gave me your salary negotiation script to a T." And the reason he knew it was I had given it to him about 4 years earlier.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Now, Bill, tell me about your services. You've written the book. You're doing career coaching. Where can future job seekers go to receive your services or learn a little bit more outside of just the book?
I'm easy to find. I'm recruiterguy.com, and I also, this week is my 103rd consecutive week of Talent Attraction Tuesday blogs and Job Search Friday blogs. And so they can go into those blogs and they get all that information for free. And, you know, they can reach out to me, email, phone, LinkedIn. I'm linkedin.com/in/recruiterguy. Easy to find.
Easy to find, for sure. Well, I know, Bill, I always enjoy chatting with you, whether it's here in studio or going through and reading your information as well. And so we really appreciate you coming on the show as usual. And I'm just thrilled I got to interview with you today.
I'm thrilled too. You know, we've spoken out there. We've never spoken in here.
I
This
know,
is fun.
it is a lot of fun. It's great, and especially with just connecting with you from a professional level. So, Bill, tell us one more time where our viewers can go to see your career chat about salary negotiation and when it is next Friday the 13th.
So Friday the 13th at Weller Bookworks in Trolley Square Mall at 6 o'clock. And it'll be fun. They're going to probably do it out. It depends on how many people show up. They may do it in the foyer out front, or they may do it in the store. And then recruiterguy.com is the best way of finding me.
Awesome. And then where can they find your book?
They can find my book at Dolly's Bookstore. They can find it at Weller Bookworks, Amazon, and Barnes & Noble.
Wonderful. Well, Bill, it's a pleasure as always, and we just are thrilled to have you here and to be able to chat with you today. Now, we will be right back after this commercial break. We are just wrapping up our show here on Mountain Connections, and we appreciate you tuning in on this Wednesday morning.